Hi, my name is Paul, and I am the lead research technician here at the How to Linux Research Labs. Today's video is how to install Snap, Snapd, daemon, and Snap Store on Fedora Linux 38, Fedora 38. So we're going to install Snap command line engine so we can use Snap in the command line, and the Snap Store on the desktop so we can use Snap, so we can install snaps and delete snaps and manage snaps from the GUI, from a GUI desktop program. Okay, so we're going to be working on Fedora 38 with the XFace desktop environment. Everything else doesn't really matter, just Fedora 38 basically. Then my Fedora 38 right here, okay? So we're going to put Snap on here. Okay, so I can go ahead and minimize on that and get ready for installing Snap. Okay, so a quick little, quick little background on Snap. In the realm of software management, Snap and the Snap Store offer remarkable efficiencies and ease of use. To set the stage, Snap, also known as Snapd, and the D is for daemon, for its command line interface, CLI, is a universal package manager that enables Linux users to install software and manage packages across various Linux distros. On the other hand, the Snap Store, also referred to as the Snap GUI, provides a graphical interface for exploring and managing Snap packages as well. And for those adept at using Fedora Linux, which I am, this will demonstrate how to install Snap and Snap. The parent company is Snapcraft, so we're going to put Snapcraft's Snap command line engine and Snapcraft's GUI Snap Store on Fedora 38. And this video will also give you some tips to get you started using snaps on Fedora, whether you're operating, on the desktop or in a headless server, and you're having to secure shell into a shell. Okay, so one more time to distinguish between the two again. Snap or Snapd is a CLI program, and it utilizes the command line, and it's ideal for server environments and experienced users, and it offers scripting automation and more control over your installations. And the Snap Store, which is also known as the Snap GUI, this provides a graphical interface, and it's mainly for desktop users who don't want to or don't want to deal with the command line, or just are not very good at it or whatever. And it offers a user-friendly experience for searching and installing Snap packages. Okay, and then we won't get into all the politics about Snap, whether you like it or not, and all its pros and cons or whatever. I'll leave that to you. I'm just going to show you how to install it and use it a little bit, and show a little bit about how to use it on Fedora 38. So, step one, we need to update our Fedora system. So, we're going to have to make sure that our Fedora system is up to date, and this helps in avoiding conflicts and ensures compatibility. So, we're going to execute the following command to update all the existing packages. Now, this is the usually I use update. Just DNF update. Now DNF is the package manager for Fedora. Normally I just use update. This time I'm going to use upgrade refresh. I'm not sure what the difference is, but either way, whether you do a system upgrade with the standard DNF update, or you do this upgrade with the refresh command, run one or the other and get everything up to date. As you can see, it hit all the repos that are installed and enabled. And then you can scroll down and see everything that's going to be updated. Now let's see what happens. We'll go no on that. I just want to see what happens when I just do a standard. Because I don't use that other one very often, the upgrade refresh. I use this one mainly. Let's see if it's any different. I'm going to pause it because DNF is a little slow and it takes a couple of moments for it to get going. Okay, so after a quick little bit of research, it really did seem like they downloaded the same amount of packages, 62. So it's the same in the end. Although it did seem like this upgrade refresh was actually faster. But either way, whether you're doing this way, upgrade refresh, or the standard DNF update, run either one, make sure you're all up to date, then you can go ahead and take the next step and install the Snap command line interface engine. Okay, so that was step one. Now step two, Snap does rely on certain packages for I guess you could even call them like dependencies or certainly optimization. So it relies on certain packages for optimal functionality. So we're going to run the following command to install the required packages. Okay? We're going to use sudo DNF, standard basic install command here. And we're going to install the Fuse library and squash Fuse. Squash Fuse. And we'll add the Y flag. I do believe that's going to be so that we don't get prompted to say yes or no. It'll just go ahead and install these packages. Okay, so once we've keyed that in, these two packages, we'll enter on that and we'll see what happens. Again, DNF is slow. I think it's slower than APT. So we're back when it's done. Okay, so once we've installed those two packages, Fuse and Squash Fuse, and you can see I did that there. It did take a while. It's very slow. So then we can go ahead and clear on this and move on to step 3, which is installing Snap via the Snap daemon on Fedora. So Snap, often referred to as Snapcraft or Snap can be installed from the Fedora app stream. If you're aiming for a command line experience, we're going to install the Snap package. So we're going to use the following command to start the installation for Snap sudo DNF install Snap Okay, so once you've keyed that in, enter on that. And again with DNF, okay, that wasn't too fast. Now I already have it installed, so this is why I'm getting this. And then if you have it installed, then you'll get this as well. And if you don't, which is why you're watching the video, so you can actually install it, but maybe you weren't sure if you had it or not. Anyway, so if you don't have it, then you'll get the usual output saying that the package installed successfully. And you can check the version here. I do believe this is the version here, 2.58. Now I don't know offhand what the most current version of Snap is. I'd have to look that up myself on the side. But looks like we're getting Snap 2.58. I guess what we can do is clear on this, and let me see if I can quickly get a version on that. So maybe Snap D's not on the path here. All right. Well, let's do without that for the moment. Okay. So once you've installed Snap, go ahead and reboot. I'm not going to reboot now for obvious reasons. And then I'm going to check the status. I'm going to check the status of that service with the system CTL command. and it's going to be for the snapd service. Okay, as you can see here, it's loaded and it's disabled. It's like inactive, dead. Okay, let's go ahead and start it then. It is loaded, but it's not active. Okay, so we're back with the command to actually start the service. Start it now or start it later on the next reboot so that snapd is running. So this is the command you want it to run. So you want to use systemctl to enable snapd to start, the snapd service to start over across reboots. So that's why you have enable here. And then the now will be, if it's not running now, which it wasn't, I don't use it very often on my system, so that's probably why it wasn't running. So I'm going to go ahead and start it now if it's not already running, which it seemed like it was active. It was loaded, but it wasn't active or running. Okay, so go ahead and enter on that, and then you can check the enable later as long as it keeps. You check the status and it's always active and loaded, then that's what the enable takes care of. So for now, I just want to see if the now flag worked. So we'll go back and we'll check the status one more time. Okay, that looks better. This kind of threw me here, the disabled, but I think this is pretty much, this is where I wasn't before, and this is where I am now, and this is where I want to be. Enabled for later, and for right now, it's active, running, green. Okay, this is what you want to have right here. Okay, that's good. So snapd service has been installed and the service is running, and we'll go ahead and clear on that. And actually, I made a little bit of a mistake. The command is snap. The keyword to interface with snap is snap. It's not snapd. Snapd is the name of the service. Okay, so when you go snap enter, then you get all the usage here. That's what I wanted to see. And check the version real quick here. Let's see what the version is. I don't know if it's always double dash or version V or whatever. Let's see here. Maybe it's 2 dashes. Okay. To get the version for Snap, it's double dash version. Sometimes it's single dash, capital V. So I don't think it's always uniform. It's not a standard way of finding the version. For this one, it's dash version. Okay, and 2.58. Again, I don't know if that's the most current version. You can look up on your own online to figure out what the most current version of Snap is. Okay, so that's it. We've got Snap installed in the command line, and we've enabled it so it'll start later. And it's starting, and it started right, and we started it right now, so it's running now. Okay, back with the next step. Okay, one more important little feature that we can deal with here. Snap has, since it's sandboxed, it has different confinement levels, which means how it's sandboxed from your file system. So it has different sandboxed or confinement levels for packages, and some packages use the classic confinement. So it's like a set of default permissions for your Snap package, essentially. Okay, so and to enable classic Snap support, we're going to have to create a symbolic link, and this is the command to create the soft link. So ln for link, soft, and we're going to make a link between this path here and this folder here. Okay, so once we've keyed that in, we'll enter on that, and it says failed to create because it already exists. Okay, so either I did it before or it was done for me. So either way, the symbolic link has been already created. Okay, so, and one more thing for a smoother experience again, it's advised to install the core Snap which includes essential runtime libraries. So we're going to go ahead and install the core package. Okay, this is a core snap runtime library. So key that in, enter on that, and back when it's done. Again, the DNF takes a while to find it and to present it and to go ahead and download it and install it and run through lots of verification checks. Okay, I made a little bit of a mistake. I used DNF to install core. You should have used a snap to install core. So this is actually a snap package as opposed to a DNF package. Okay, so use snap to install core, which I did, and as you can see here, core was installed. Okay, so that package has been installed by a snap, not DNF. Okay, so now we've installed snap in the command line, and we're ready to. I'm going to show you a couple quick steps on how to actually use it. Then we'll move on to the GUI, Snap Store. Again, it's installed, and if you ever have problems with it, a good place for troubleshooting is to check the status. This will give you some idea. If you're good here, then look elsewhere. And if you're not good here, if you're not active in green and running, if it's not running now and it's not enabled, and it's not running now, it's not started, whatever, then you have to go ahead and deal with all the system CTL stuff. But the status is a good place to come for one of your first stops as far as trying to troubleshoot if Snap's not working. Okay, so but we look good here. Okay, so we can move on to actually using Snap to install something. Just give you a quick little syntax on it. Okay, yeah, so we've successfully installed Snapd on Fedora, and with Snapd at our disposal, we can efficiently manage applications through the command line, irrespective of your environment. Okay, so let's move on to the next section real quick here to further explore Snap's capabilities. Now, there's a lot of Snap commands for removing and searching and managing your installed snaps. So we're just going to go ahead and touch on one or two here. Basically, just the syntax for installing a package on Fedora with Snap. So I'm going to pick Discord. Let's see what Discord looks like. Okay. So sudo snap, pretty simple. Install, and we'll key in Discord here. So there's the syntax. Sudo snap installed package name. Okay, let's go ahead and see what happens when we do Discord. Let's just see if it goes through. So once we've entered in that command, we'll enter on that, and we'll let Snap do its thing here. And I think it's pretty quick. I think it's certainly faster than DNF. So I might just keep it here. Don't know how long it'll take. I think it goes pretty quick. So I already downloaded everything. Now it's installing it. And back when it's done.